to class. I'm Zeynep. Today we are going to do a 20-minute yoga practice which includes whole body strength and stretch works. Let's stand up and get started. So let's come in front of your mats. I will use some Sanskrit words, but I will explain all the poses, so just try to practice with me. And anytime you are tired, just please stop, rest, and then continue. So we are in the mountain pose. Make sure that your spine is long and tall and you're rooted to the ground. As you inhale, raise your arms up to sky and make sure that shoulders are away from ears. And bend the knees. As you exhale with a long spine, fall forward to your legs. And make sure that your head is all heavy, pointing to the ground. As you inhale, bend the knees a little bit more. Shoulders back, halfway up. And as you exhale, put your hands to the ground and with two big steps, go back to downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, make sure that your heels are heavy as much as possible. Your knees are bended a little bit and your tailbone is going up as much as possible. Take a deep breath here. And with the other inhale, roll your spine and carry your shoulders towards the wrists. Come to plank. Make sure that your chest, your back, and your hips are on the same level and you're pushing the ground strongly. Slowly push yourself a little bit forward and bend your elbows. Put your body to the ground, toes back, and open your chest, open your heart to cobra. Your shoulders are away from ears. And tuck the toes, come to downward facing dog one more time. Make sure that you have this spine not crunching over, making this bow, but rather your chest is also inside a little bit. And with two big steps, we're going to come forward. Have your knee and step forward. The other comes next to it, halfway up. And exhale down to Uttanasana. Open your arms from here. Look forward. Push the floor. Arms up to Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, arms down. Tadasana, mountain pose. We will do this series one more time. As you inhale, arms up to sky. And as you exhale, bend your knees a little bit, hips back, and with a long spine, come forward and fold to Uttanasana. And please be careful. Maybe your weight is a little bit back, so make sure that you're carrying it a little bit forward here. And never ever lock the knees, bend them a little bit, and get your head a little bit more heavy here. Good. As you inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Put your hands down and with two big steps, go back to downward facing dog one more time. As you inhale, come to plank. Roll your spine forward. If you need, you can step a little bit back so that you will have this longer plank. Push yourself a little bit forward so that your shoulders just go a little bit forward and bend the elbows. With the whole body, you're down. Toes back. Push the floor and open your heart to Cobra, Bhujangasana. And tuck the toes, hip up. One more time to downward facing dog. And now with two big steps, we're going to come forward, but this time, first left knee forward, you step, and then the other comes next to it. Halfway up. And exhale down to Uttanasana. Open your arms from here. Look forward, push the floor, and go up. And as you exhale, arms down. One more time. Tadasana, mountain pose, your center. Inhale one more time. This time you turn your palms a little bit back. And open your heart a little bit more. There's a little bit more of a back bend here. Try to breathe. And as you exhale, roll forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders back. Just put your fingertips to the mat and right step, a big step back here. Don't open up shoulders back a little bit more so that your upper body is strong and holding itself. Put your knee to the ground. Have your palms towards the hips. Roll your elbows back. And arms up to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Here, just make your hips a little bit heavier so that you feel the stretch over this psoas muscles. And maybe a little bit back bend here. Inhale. And exhale. Come forward, put your fingertips, and then your knee goes up. And this time, you put your palm just next to your left foot and go up with the left arm. And you're looking up to sky. Your hips are still square, but you feel the twist on the spine a little bit. Make sure that you still have this really strong left, 90-degree bended left leg here. Inhale, and as you exhale, go down, put your hand down, and we will go to Chaturanga from here directly. Just bend the elbows so you have this 90-degree strong position. And slowly let it go. And open up your chest as much as possible. And here, don't crunch forward, but rather you just hold it together. And slowly tuck the toes, hip up and back, downward facing dog. Here, take a deep breath. Now have your feet together and maybe just a little bit forward. Bend the knees and look towards the middle of your hands. We will hop 3 times and we will have the knees towards the stomach, okay? I will show you. So, just hop and come back. 1, and hop, and 2, hop, 3, and with the 4th we will come forward. Hop, and put your feet, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders back. Put the fingers down, and just now the left knee goes to the ground with the step back, okay? Now we will come to Anjaneyasana, but first, your knee and your ankle has to be on the same level. Maybe your knee can go a little bit forward, but not above the toes, okay? Have the hands to the hips and arms up to sky with a long spine as much as possible. Just open the chest a little bit more and just have the hip towards the ground. Inhale, open up your heart a little bit more, and exhale, come forward, put the fingers to the mat, tuck the toe, the left toe, and the left knee goes up. So you have this really strong and straight left leg here. Square the hips. And now, your hand and your feet are next to each other on the front. We will just twist a little bit to the right side. Just squeeze the inner thighs and stretch both ways. Create the space. Inhale and exhale. Look down. Put the hand to the ground and we will step back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale, sigh, maybe. And now we will hop 3 more times, and then we will come to Malasana, the squat pose. So maybe you will watch and then do it, and maybe we will do all together. So we will hop, 1, go down, and 2, maybe stay, maybe not, and then 3, and with the last one, hop, we will just open up the legs a little bit and just sit down to the middle and have the hands in front of the heart. The elbow and the knee supports each other and you try to do this external rotation on the hips. So don't crush over, but rather hold it together. Have your palms in front of the chest. Maybe close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Again, maybe your heels are not all the way down. It's okay if your heels are a little bit up. It's totally fine. Or you can have the support a little bit from the ground, and you can just put the hips a little bit up. But try to release as much as possible. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly put the hands to the ground. Just up slowly by slowly. And maybe with some zigzags, open your feet a little bit more, even wider than the shoulders. And make sure that your feet are parallel to each other. Inhale, halfway up with the long spine. And as we exhale, we will hold the thumbs, bend the elbows, and try to increase the stretch. My head is touching the ground, but you can create even more space. You can close the feet a little bit or open them up a little bit more, so you can find your own space. And slowly release. Put the hands down, and with 2 big steps, downward facing dog. With a big wave, come to plank. Put your knees down. And as you inhale, cat-cow, open your heart and look up to sky. And as you exhale, tailbone in. Make the spine really round and look towards your belly button. Inhale, slowly look up. You're in all fours and your arms are strongly holding up to the ground. And as you exhale, slowly round your spine. It's like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And inhale one more time. And slowly you're on the center, toes back, and come to Hasta Balasana, the child's pose. So your hips goes to heels. Your body is all heavy to the ground. Maybe there is a deep inhale here. And sigh. And slowly rise up with the upper body. And you are on your knees, so your hips goes up. Tuck the toes. Don't push yourself too much if your back is not really flexible or strong yet. If you have any problems, you can just skip that. But if you don't, come along and hold the hips. Roll your shoulders back. And look back towards your heels, because we're going to touch the heels with our hands. Just try to hold a little back bend. And slowly release the head. Take a deep breath, and you're trying to push the hip a little bit forward. And slowly, with your whole body, come up. Close your eyes. This is really strong, actually. You can feel the heartbeat going up. And we will do it one more time. You can try the same thing, or you can untuck the toes and go a little bit deeper. It's all your choice. Roll your shoulders back. You know where your heels are. And slowly reach to the heels and release the head. So your crown chakra is actually facing towards the ground. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly come back. And after this deep back bend, just give yourself some time for breathing and regulate your system. And you can touch anywhere you want. If your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes. And we will lay back to the mat, and we will carry this back bend a little bit further, actually, with Urdhva Dhanurasana, which comes with 3 stages. So your feet are actually hip wide, and your hands your palms are on the ground, pointing towards the heels. In the first step, we will just lift the hip up. And then if you're comfortable, you can press the floor a little bit more and come towards the top of the head. And maybe replace the hands if it's needed. And if you're still comfortable and feeling strong, push up and come to the Urdhva Dhanurasana. Some say it's a bridge pose, some say it's a bow pose, however you call it. Just try with me and I will be waiting here in Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you're already here, you can just push the floor a little bit more and your legs can go straight. This way your shoulders and chest will be open a little bit more. Try to breathe here. And you can try a couple times. You can swing it here, back and forth. And slowly, when you're going back, look up, bend the elbows, and lay down. Have your feet together, knees up to the sides like a butterfly. Maybe your wrists are a little bit tired, so just roll them to get them more comfortable. Or touch your stomach and the heart. Close your eyes. This is a really strong pose. So after the heart openers, after heart chakra work, just staying calm and observing is one of the best ways to digest it. And slowly open your eyes and have your knees towards the chest. Maybe swing your back a little bit to the sides. Make it more comfortable. And we will do a shoulder stand. So raise your legs up, your hip up, and you support from your belly. And do not open the legs, you're pointing high. And please stay really stable with the head and the neck, because there's this pressure that we don't want to hurt it. And just focus to the drishta, your focus point. Squeeze the hip, squeeze the inner thighs and go up a little bit more. Maybe we'll replace your palms even. And slowly, your straight and strong legs will go backwards. Maybe even to the ground, maybe not today. Just try to observe your body, how it goes today, and just stay with it. If you're so comfortable, you can just release the hands, maybe even interlace your fingers here and stretch the arms. But please, do not move the head. And just feel the whole stretch, actually, from the legs, from the hamstrings, the hips. And until the throat, feel the throat lock here. That's where your actually throat chakra is starting to get activated. If you swallow, you can feel the lock. Slowly hold from the lower back. Maybe bend the knees a little bit and release the legs. And slowly roll your spine vertebra by vertebra. Go down and chill. Deep breath. Exhale. Slowly have the knees one more time. Hug your knees, hug your legs. We will do a little twist. Just to make sure that the whole spine, the whole back bend is now released. So just drop both knees towards the right side and open your arms shoulder wide. You can look up or you can look towards the opposite side. as a stretch. If you need, actually, you can just press a little bit, support your left leg, and make sure that your shoulders are on the ground. Slowly come to center and drop the legs to the other side. Slowly come to center again. And maybe little external rotation, maybe some little rounds. Just observe your body. Ask yourself, do you need anything else? Does your body need anything else to get balanced today? Or are you okay with it? Since this was a short class, maybe you will need a little bit more, so go ahead. But if you're done, like this video, let's come to Shavasana all together. Open your legs as much as the corners of the mat. Make sure that your border lines are inside the mat. Release the shoulders, release the arms, and your palms are looking towards the sky so that you're not in the need of holding anything with the fingers. Just release them. Welcome to Shavasana, the final pose of today. Just release the hips, the legs, the toes. And start increasing your inhales and exhales. Get your attention towards the center of the body, the core, the solar plexus area. Maybe moving the toes, the fingers, even raise up the arms, just like getting out of the bed in the morning. Stretch both sides. And turn to one side, have the knees towards the chest, come to a sitting position, but take your time, don't rush. And come to a nice sitting position with the palms in front of the heart. Close your eyes. Smile to yourself. You made it. Appreciate your health and your opportunities. And just thank to whatever you want today.